They have been absolutely insane. And on the opposite end, Kill Squad, beautifully. I've casted a lot of their games. They're absolutely insane, and they're a terrifying squad to go up against. Regardless, moving into the ban phase. Now on Cafe Dostoevsky, you like to see the Flores, you like to see the knock, you know, whatever that is going to be, but the Flores will be the first ban, and on the opposite end, you like to see the Mirror, and you like to see the Valkyrie. But, Elijah, what do you think are going to be the bans?
I mean, I got to agree with you in terms of everything that you highlighted, especially that mirror part as well, being super strong on this map specifically. You can see they got rid of their knock as well. That's also very strong on Bank, so getting rid of that is definitely going to help the defenders a lot. Panic Esports get to relieve up some of that phantom pressure that Kill Squad could put onto them, potentially sneaking past any cameras as well. Azami, like I was going to highlight before they beat me to it, super strong as well. Getting rid of her, super big for the round, and I could imagine, like you said, Mirrors has to follow this last one. It's got to be. Oh, a Valkyrie instead, you know? They're just as good. Getting rid of that intel, I can imagine it's going to be quite big.
Well, I got it wrong. So Solus will still be available, as well as Dokkaebi, and that will be that. So we expect to see those two operators really being brought into play here, really being signified. However, it looks like it's not going to be signified from the side of Panic. They're not going to immediately pick that up, but the Dokkaebi will be picked up immediately by Kill Squad, and that's a good starting point. That's a very scary starting point, actually, when you talk about it as a general whole. The Dokkaebi, so annoying with her utility and her grenades. Any sort of phone call that you receive, it's a scam call, don't pick it up. Regardless, we'll get into the preparation phase, as the first switch up is actually going to come through straight off the bat. Mackenzie, he's going to be jumping onto that Glaz, and we have seen Kill Squad. They have versed Altered Edge recently, couldn't really play Chalet, and that would be the reason that they have banned Chalet this evening, or maybe Panic have banned it. Regardless though, when you see this Glaz in, you're in for a big treat.
I mean, there's so much potential to work around, like, what Glaz could do. I mean, whether he's just looking through his smokes down to that skylight, or potentially getting control of that new Balkan shop as well, utilizing the seeing through those smokes. I mean, you can't peek him. If you do so, you're going to get your head cleaned right off. So, can't wait to see how Mackenzie can utilize that this round as well. And I like that you bring up that Dokkaebi, you know. They might have gotten rid of those Valkyrie cameras, but if you manage to hack one of those cameras, you can also get control of those Maestro cams, those evil eyes that have been set up as well. And you can't just directly shoot that. You have to shatter the glass with your bare hands as well. And like I said, another highlight, Glaz being super useful for just destroying hatches with just a few bullets, rather than needing to waste some util like some ass charges or grenades or anything like that.
Well, Mackenzie will immediately get on to the rappel here, try and see if he can identify through the windows the exact position of good old Panic, but they look to be well bunkered and well set up so far in this site. I believe that was actually possibly an EMP from the camera, as Universe, he's going to be taking a lot of damage from the skylight. Needs to be careful about his position and his next bit of movement, his next bit of playstyle as a result. But we can start to see they're immediately going to be making that push straight in, as the nade will actually be captured by the Wamai. They're going to try to push down into Piano, try and see if they can identify the position of that player sitting inside the bathroom, but it all depends on how they set up and how they push through here.
Wamai taking a huge chunk of HP. I believe that was from the Glaz on that long angle. Being able to get rid of him would have been super big, but the kill will elude you. You aren't able to pick that one up just yet. Coulter to do a little bit of drone work, see if you can spot out any of these defenders potentially inside of this bathroom, if not freezing. You manage to spot out the smoke, you just don't know that the other person is playing there. That little corner angle there as well. Flashes to go out, you're going to want to hope that Wamai has set his, ones up as well. Grenade to go in, it's going to connect perfectly to Universe as well, removing a smoke from the board. ACOG's going to return back onto Rice, and he's going to be able to get that kill without a problem at all. Back down to a 4v4, an even equalizer for both of these teams now, as Dokkaebi takes a bunch of HP as well on the engagement downstairs. Both the players, though, they're going to rotate away safely unpunished.
Well, 3v4, Mackenzie's able to pick up the kill onto Nuki. Zaycog will confirm the kill over onto Mackenzie. So the health differential is actually over to Panic, as they were seeming to be a little bit problematic there. Wizard able to find one, ACOG able to find one, KS looking like they were in good control, but Panic will come back with a stomping run as they keep 3 members alive and keep it running well.
Well played for a clutch for Panic Esports to start off the very first round of our cafe matchup. What looked like it was going to swing the way of Kill Squad, Panic showed that they are here to stay and just came back at them with full force. So well played for a very first round. We're going to move downstairs to Kitchen now. I can't wait to see how both these teams put this one up. You can see the Glaz again as a common one, twice in a row.
Mackenzie absolutely loves his Glaz. I think he's the only player that I've seen pick Glaz more than twice in a series. And when I casted him last week, he was picking it almost every 3rd round, if he could. So we like to see him on the Glaz, and he definitely does well when he is on it. Regardless, though, it all depends on the real playstyle coming out from Panic. We've seen how well they can set themselves up. We've seen how well they can really cut off those angles and how well they can sort of push and play on the playstyle. But it depends on what KS decide to do. This is their first major warm-up round within this game. So I'll be honest, my bet's on KS to win this as a general whole.
I mean, for sure. It looks like they brought everything that they need. Not only do they have the Thatcher to potentially clear some of that util as well, but Glaz is going to be super prominent for helping you clear out this Cupcakes angle as well. Not only is he highlighted in a big yellow color for you, but you can see through those smokes. You're going to have to be careful on how you peek that, especially with it being Echo who's playing behind that Cupcakes angle. You don't want to lose him too early on.
Well, 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining on the board. A lot of pushing potential able to be used by Kill Squad as they'll identify the exact position of one player behind that shield. He's not going to actually get up to try and remove that drone for fear that his head may be taken off. It is going to be the Wamai of Wizard. No, I take that back. It is going to be Nuki in the perfect position to try and counteract any sort of plays that are going to be made here. He's going to get a little bit aggressive. Nade will come through, almost taking out Culture's head as we continue here. 2 minutes remaining on the board. They will not look to open up the crossover here. Nuki will take a little bit of damage. He'll be spotted in between the shield. Wizard able to confirm the kill onto the Glaz as 1 minute and 40 seconds remain on the board.
Oh, a nice pick as well from Nuke, being able to take the head off Culture finally, and off the board as well. No more grenades if you haven't used them all already. And the rest of the team is stuck on the back foot now, unable to collect a single kill on the side of Panic at the moment. So it's swaying in their favor quite prominently now as they're stuck in a hard place.
Well, yes, the push is starting to make some sort of play, but Kill Squad, they're not able to find any side of it. As I say that, though, the head's going to be spotted out. Nuki's able to find, well, Nuki's not able to find anything. His head gets taken off and he is knocked down as a member will start to make the push forward. He notices one there. The Nitro will go out, but immediately ACOG's able to pick up the kill onto Rice. This is not the game that Kill Squad were predicting. This is not the setup that KS were predicting. Ben is the last member remaining. It's a 4v1 and he's got 40 seconds remaining on the board. We'll look to make the push down from museum entrance on to the red stairs. We'll spot out one. It's going to be Wizard. So there are still 3 members remaining. One with almost the same HP as himself. It's going to be Ben as he'll spot out the good old Echo drone coming into play there. It all depends on really how they predict the next few seconds here. But with 18 seconds remaining on the board, there's not a lot that they can do as they start to look down the angle, but maybe they won't be.
Oh, yeah, he's choked for time at the moment, and ACOG's going to finally clear him up utilizing that SMG. He had no time left on the board. He had to do something. It wasn't enough in the end. So they'll secure themselves a second round now. Panic proving strong in the first 2 opening rounds. Let's see if they can keep the pace up, or will Kill Squad switch back? Will they start to get their momentum instead?
It all depends on how Kill Squad really decide to make their sort of pushes here, make their play. They're definitely not warm. You can see that by their playstyle. They're getting picked off at every single angle that they try to play here. And I believe we're seeing how dominant Panic can be. They're 2 rounds already in, and they have them immediately secured. But now comes the site where it is the hardest. This is where it's a bit more difficult. So, it all depends on this next round. 5v5 up in the reading room and good old library. It's just going to be interesting, to be honest with you. And we can see that by the playstyles that are currently coming in.
I mean, they're definitely prepping the site in the right way. They've got all the util they need. Those castles going to become super strong within the round as well, especially for needing to control that vertical plays as well, which you just got to guess. Kill Squad need to take that first, because if you don't have that vertical, I mean, you're going to have a really, really rough time in trying to get that plant down. So that'll be their very first check on their long checklist of things they need to do before they get their execute underway. They're going to have a little bit of trouble though. Not only are these castles stopping them, they've got majority of the players set up nice and cozy with all these deployable shields. They got so much work to do and little time to do it.
Well, the setup is going to be an extension upstairs. The push will need to go through the upstairs sort of angle. KS will immediately open up these hatches and start their drones in. They need to start getting their playstyle back into check, but Panic here, they're definitely feeling like they are the ones in control. They have the ability to shut down these players nice and easily on every sort of angle that they look to make the push for. And the first castle will immediately be spotted out. Culture, he'll make his little bit of an aggression push through. Needs to be careful about that player that's sitting in the hallway. And I believe that's going to be ACOG perfectly there. 6-1 for him so far. So he is a huge threat for Kill Squad. And if he can identify a player to take him off the board nice and easily, or if Kill Squad can take him off the board nice and easily, it's going to cause a few issues for Panic. The drones will start to come through. The Aruna gate will be spotted. But still, 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. There is a lot to move through here.
No, with a little bit of a C4 throw. It's not going to connect though. There's nothing to come out from that just yet. Full control of the top floor is going to come underway. The ACOGs though going to shut down Culture. Remove him from the board. That is your Ash. So no more self-destruction to go out yet. And again, it's swinging in the way of Panic. They're just looking super dominant. They are looking for the refrag though. They've got one on stacks at one of those white stairs as well. You manage to see him take a little bit of HP, but you confirm the kill onto Snow. As a quick swing from stacks, you lose that fight. ACOG wins the best of that and he rotates away safely, but not if Faulty has enough to find not one, but 2 onto Wizard as well. Nuki trying to return back onto Benticles, but it's looking quite rough as it's back down to a 2v2 now. Both the players looking quite healthy and they're aware of Nuke's position as well in the freezer. Able to pick him up with no contestation of Jester yet. Tried to go for a refrag. You managed to down him in the process as a smoke to possibly confirm. Just doesn't manage to choke him enough though.
Well, now 35 seconds remaining on the board. This is for sure the pickup that they were looking for, but Universe will be able to find the kill. Faulty on very low HP needs to secure this diffuser. We'll pick it up. 25 seconds remaining on the board. Needs to push downstairs. Try and see if he can identify exactly where Universe is, but he's going to go for a different site choice. Try and identify the player's position as quickly as possible, but Universe sitting perfectly will find the kill. Panic secure their 3rd round, and this I'll be honest with you, I expected Kill Squad to play really, really well coming into Cafe, but it's not looking too well for them, as it's currently 3-0. Panic absolutely dominating their competition.
I mean, they're having no trouble at all. The communication and the teamwork around Panic Esports at the moment is just insane. And we got to see those refrags just come out. And it was just from both of these teams, you know, not to take it too away from Kill Squad. They got some good refrags there as well, but it just wasn't enough for Panic in the end. I mean, for Kill Squad in the end. So they got to take their victory to 3 above now. And what a game we've had so far. I'm waiting for Kill Squad to, you know, lock in, you know, get their momentum back up, you know, find out what they're doing wrong and just hand it back to Panic. But for the moment, it's looking like Panic is just so overly confident.
Panic are playing so incredibly well so far in this game, and I just don't know what Kill Squad can do here. They don't seem to have the team coordination that they need. They don't seem to have that shutdown potential that we have seen from them in plenty of games, in plenty of positions that they have been in before. But now we're starting to see the scarier side. Kill Squad just, yeah, I don't know what you can do. Team cohesion needs to be there. Timeouts may need to be a necessity coming from them, but Panic are looking so incredibly strong. They are just a scary threat that I think everyone needs to identify here, because Kill Squad, they were the team to beat, and now Panic is just absolutely showing up on them.
I mean, they've got to be happy with their game so far, but it is the very first half. You know, you have that advantageous ability to start out on that defense. You can imagine that Kill Squad, they're looking forward to their next half, but that's not to let anything slip yet. Any round that you win on your attacker side is obviously prominently going to help your defender side as well. So the more that you can do with the time that you have it is going to be quite effective now. But we do into round 4. We are upstairs now. They have to try and get their checklist underway. They've already dealt with a little bit of those flank utility as well. Got those claim wars up. You can see Mackenzie trying to make his way into shop, accompanied by Culture as well. They need to try and get those walls open.
Yeah, well, the push is starting to make its way. It's starting to be a threat as Culture's going to take a little bit of damage, not really provide anything back. And now we will start to see Panic. They will be in a good position to counter any sort of push play, any sort of play position that they are really set up in. Right now we have one player. It's going to be Nuki, looking to see if he can spot out the ace on the opposite side. I believe that's Rice, but there's the first kill. ACOG absolutely showing up here as he's able to find the kill into Culture. 5v4 situation, make it a 4v4. Faulty saying, I'm not going to let you take control here. I want to keep playing. I want to continue this game into a better half. Regardless now though, Faulty looking to see if he can spot that player inside of the bathroom.
He definitely wants to get active. He hasn't been able to find anyone just yet, though. He does manage to have the little bit of an angle, but accidentally falls. Now, there is a flanker down there as well. He's probably going to get a new engagement anytime soon if he's not too scary of it. But they've got some of those flanks up as well. Buck's going to go below to see if he can clear any of those angles from the soft destruction. Sophia's going to do a lot of damage to Nuki as well. Smoke canisters are going to slow down their push, but they're still inside shop. They haven't got any control as of yet. Now you see Buck creeping up on those white stairs as well. But you're looking good if you're a wizard at the moment. The proxy alarm as well as the frost mat's going to give you away. You're able to pick up that kill as well. Benticle's losing that. Universe to match as well. But a refrag from Faulty is going to find 2 as well as Mackenzie finding his one as well. That's down to 26 seconds left on the clock. Wizards all alone. He's not able to do enough though. Faulty winning the round for his team, and a well played one at that.
And I think you can see it coming in there from Faulty. He puts his foot down. My team is not going to lose it 6-0 in the first half. We are not losing this as badly as we have been losing so far. He finds a quadra kill in the round, securing it nice and easily for Kill Squad. But now we need to start seeing the other members of Kill Squad going absolutely insane here. They need to find their angles and their players, really. They're ones. They need to find each position, but third floor bar, third floor cocktail is going to be the call again, so it looks like they want to secure down this site as much as possible. But again, you got to look at it. Look at ACOG. 10-2.
I mean, for 5 rounds, I mean, you got to be kind of happy with that. So he's going big for his team at the moment, just as Faulty did that last round. And you can imagine it's like a domino effect for Kill Squad at the moment. Having a member on your team clutch up, get those 4 kills and stuff like that, it's got to boost your morale. You know, it's got to boost your team ego. You're like, yeah, we just won a round. Let's do that again. Obviously, you can't rely on Faulty to carry the team. So you can imagine that if the morale boost is enough, I mean, the rest of the team is just bound to show up in the end.
And I mean, you can see the amount of work, the amount of playstyle changes that Panic have been making. They've been really, really out of whack, really, for the longest amount of time. But it's starting to come through here as Kill Squad now will look to start droning in from the bottom floor. Rice just trying to confirm that he can make his teammates starting to push through. And I think we're starting to see the same sort of playstyle coming in for Kill Squad that we have seen previously, which is they take their time going through these angles. They clear everything as much as they need to. Wizard expecting one player to be coming from the downstairs, possibly, maybe not. Mackenzie's able to find the kill, and this is a Kill Squad that I was terrified about. It looks like everything's just started to kick into gear, and now they're on the move. Faulty still playing outside of Bakery Roof, but it all depends how the playstyles really come down to in the next 2 minutes.
I mean, you got to be happy with that first encounter, being able to win that with no punishment at all. It leaves you in the advantage. You're in a 5-4 at the moment, so you can effectively just play trades around each other, and you'll end up winning the round in the end. You've got Mackenzie below with a grenade. Looks like he's able to find one, but he moves away in just the nick of time. Benticle's able to find the kill on through snow, remove him from the board. So it's just all in your favor for Kill Squad at the moment. Coulter to take a huge chunk of HP out of his life as well, and finally to be killed off thanks to the vert that Universe had previously set up in that prep phase. So it's a well-mapped knowledge there by him. Then you leave it down to a 3v4 now. Still in the side of Kill Squad though. They can make this happen.
Rice just trying to get a little bit of info, figure out if a player is close there. I believe Ben may look to drop straight down Skylight. Could be a good option if he's able to pick up that smoke. Mackenzie as well, jumping on to the window outside of the second balcony there as he looks to possibly nade through. He's going to nade off, maybe nade off that Maestro cam, which has been so annoying, but he's going to make the push through. ACOG immediately with the shotgun will be able to take out one. Faulty's going to be taken down by Nuki. Now it's down to a 2v3. They'll spot one player off, but with 40 seconds remaining, Panic looking very strong in this position. Ben and Rice are going to need to find a lot here, but when you have Nuki on a team, you will struggle to find anything. Nitro Cell will be ripped by ACOG, but it's not going to go through just yet. ACOG can just sit there and wait. 25 seconds remaining on the board. Rice needs to decide what he's going to do, but I think they might have just given up on this round. They're going to let the timer tick down as it looks like Faulty and the rest of his team, well, correction, I should say, all of Kill Squad, they're just going to talk with each other. They need to figure out what's going wrong, how to play a bit differently here. Rice will get one kill for his measure, but that is all he will be able to find. Round number 6 to come onto the board now is the last round in the half. Panic with 4 rounds secured. 3 rounds of those in a row, playing absolutely incredibly. Now first floor kitchen service, first floor kitchen cooking will be the site of choice. One of my favorite sites on this map, but it can be very difficult to shut down and hold, especially when that vert play starts to happen. As you can see, a lot of the choices being made now, but it all depends on how they really look to make their setup, make their push come through. But nothing to come through just yet, as the drones will start to try and identify the exact player positions. Back on the basement floor, Universe Snow looking to, I think that might be set up. Where is that? That is set up all the way downstairs into garage, as well as setting up all the way down to the bottom, as they will look to try and secure some sort of playstyle here, some sort of normal setup. Wizard looking like he wants to sit in towards the closet, but it's not going to be anything significant just yet. He's going to make that jump back over, as Universe will begin his setup there. Now immediately opening up a few footholds and also a few equipment holes for the rest of his team will be ACOG, as we'll start to see the push coming in from Kill Squad. They're trying to identify the exact setup and the exact positions of these players. They should know by now. Nuki is going to be playing inside of the good old bakery, trying to cut off any sort of push coming in through that main. Looks like they're not going to be going for that as significantly as previous, as now they'll look to push from the 3rd floor down. And this, I think, is one of the best plays that Kill Squad have done so far. They'll drop a player down, make it 2, as one will drop through Skylight. Their first point of contact is going to be Universe, sitting downstairs in reading. He will be ready for any sort of push play to come, push and shove, as now they'll spot out the exact position of Universe. Drone will come in. That will stop his movement. As the Jaeger will be spotted out. Looking to push down. Brown stairs will be faulty. Universe looking to see if he can spot out someone coming down the white stairs, but it will not be that significant just yet. Now, second floor will be completely open for Kill Squad, and you can already hear it immediately. They'll start opening up a lot of that second floor, starting to try and get that vertical play put in. As the Lion Culture will be well in set to cut off any sort of push coming from red stairs or any sort of attempt to really take out a player making their movement here. No players are going to be on site. Nuki's still going to be off site. Universe off site as well. If they can just sit in these off site positions, it's going to cause Kill Squad to kind of rush with the amount of time that they have left. 70 seconds still remaining as the Echo Drone will spot out one. Culture will be able to take it out. Still one Echo Drone, I believe, remaining for Nuki. Maybe not. Yes, there will still be one Echo Drone remaining for him. Mackenzie looking to make the push down towards the freezer stairs. They can look to straight up open that wall there, but they need to remove that player that is set up inside of Christmas. It depends if they want to even make that push there, as they'll look to open up in towards freezer. Just try and identify the exact playstyle and positions of Panic, but they're all set and ready. All of their playstyles are sort of set up for any sort of push from this red stairs, any push from the brown stairs. 20 seconds remaining on the board as the push will start to come through, and it will be quick. Faulty will not find anyone just yet. Universe will be able to find the first. Snow is able to find one on Mackenzie. Now it's down to a 3v5. One will be spotted out. Faulty's able to find one on Snow. Universe able to find one onto Rice. As the two more positions, Universe able to find two, as Ben will be the last man remaining. 2 seconds remaining. He finds the one onto Universe, but Panic will secure it. A 5-1. And this is a very scary outlook for the entirety of Kill Squad. They are down 5 rounds. Panic only need 2 rounds to send this over the top. As we move into round number 7, the switch up will come into play. Defense to attack, attack to defense. As now, first floor kitchen service will be the site immediately picked up by Kill Squad. And now it starts to beg the question, Kill Squad, we know how good their attacking halves have been in the recent games that they have played, but Panic, we've not really seen them play on a cafe. We've not seen their attacking halves. We have seen Kill Squads though, and it is a very scary outlook to see in its regard. Regardless though, 30 seconds remaining on the preparation phase. Quick look at the scoreboard of the players. I mean, you've got to give it to ACOG. He's absolutely dominating so far in this series and any series really previously before this. He's seeming to be the player to look out for, and 11-2 for him so far in this series shows how dominant of a player he can be. Faulty not willing to go into the night sleeplessly. 7-5 for him. Mackenzie 4-5, and Ben with 5-5. But then again, kills don't matter a lot, as we see both teams will begin to have a little bit of conflict. They'll open up in towards Bakery. Still got a lot more to sort of clean up here, sort of identify the real problems that they will be looking for. One player will be set up upstairs for the side of Kill Squad. I'm not sure exactly who that is just yet. It's probably going to be Culture, as they will look to go once, as most teams do. Third floor down. Nuki's able to find Culture, but Culture's able to find Nuki, and that is a huge pick on both sides. The Dokkaebi, the annoying operator, immediately going to be taken out of play, and on the opposite end, Culture is going to be removed as well. Looks like Mackenzie's getting ready for any sort of push coming down this red stairs. Will not be spotted out just yet, as it looks like he's trying to find the advantage, trying to find the angle as much as possible. But it all depends on the real push coming in from Panic. The drones will start to come in. We'll start to see an immediate drone in the bottom floor, trying to just identify exactly where these players are playing. Universe looking to push through bottom. As no players from the third floor. I've really made them push down a second. I take that back as it looks like ACOG, never mind, make that Snow, has made his way on to the second floor and is on the search. Snow will not be able to find one in a close position as now Panic will start to make the move down on to this second floor, but they need to be careful of Mackenzie. As I say that, he'll be able to find a huge kill. Universe going to be taken off the board as now 60 seconds remaining on the board, and we'll start to see the site being opened up. But once again, as most teams seem to set themselves up on, they're not playing downstairs. They're not playing for this site hold. Round number 7 is proving to come down to the wire. 45 seconds remaining on the board as Wizard will look to try and see if he can spot an angle, spot something easy, but he's not able to find anything just yet. ACOG trying to do the same, but with 30 seconds remaining, they're going to need to start pushing towards this site. Snow's going to be the first one to make his entry downstairs. Needs to be careful of this player inside Christmas. He'll find one onto Mackenzie. Needs to find a lot more though. The Christmas player will be spotted out down the hallway. Wizard's going to take a little bit of damage, but Rice is going to be removed. 15 seconds remaining on the board. They're going to need this push to come in towards the freezer ASAP. Faulty in the perfect position to counter. He'll be able to get the player off of the plant. Ben's able to find 2. It's all down to Snow. No time to plant. And that will be it. Kill Squad will find another round to add to their arsenal. But they need 5 more. Round number 8 to come onto the board. Panic with 5. Kill Squad with 2 at this current stage. Third floor bar, third floor cocktail will be the site of choice. They have a lot more to look for here. A lot more to really identify. One round doesn't mean it all at this current stage, but it will mean some in the long run. Just depends on how they operate it. Kill Squad immediately are going to be wanting to set up and hold down this site like their life depends on it. They've still got 2 rounds to make mistakes, make it 1. But as I say that, it will all depend on how they approach this next set of series, this next sort of setup here. And welcome back, Elijah. Looks like he's not fully back yet, so we will continue the cast from my point of view. Regardless, as we continue it through here, ACOG is going to make the switch up onto the Iana. Zofia is going to make the switch up. Correction, Snow is going to make the switch up onto the Zofia. As round number 8 will come onto the board. Now, this is the site that's most commonly attacked, so you expect Panic to kind of understand how to push this site, and this is definitely what they'll be looking for to try and secure that hole. Ben will take a little bit of damage, make it a little bit more, as ACOG will take a little bit of damage for himself. But for now, it all depends on really how Ben likes to play downstairs with the good old Solus Mackenzie, as they will try and cut off all of these angles. Culture, he's getting a little bit aggressive, looking to try and see if he can possibly take out Nuki. Will spot out 1, and it will be Nuki immediately picked up. As the wall will not even be breached yet, the drone will still be there. Culture will be identified by it, but he's still not going to make the position or make any sorts of moves. Faulty was the one to identify it nice and easily, but it all depends on really what ACOG decides to do here with the rest of his team. Will they just continue to push straight for the site, or will they go for a second floor sort of take? Regardless, Culture will spot the player outside. It will be the Zofia of Snow sitting out there, waiting for some sort of angle to be aggressed. But still, this is 1 minute and 30 seconds. No player from the side of Panic has even entered the building just yet. They're still struggling to find a pathway, and I think this is exactly what Kill Squad were looking for. One player is going to be on the opposite side at this current time, but Universe is going to be able to pick up Culture. Ben's going to be able to pick up Wizard. So it's still a 3v4 situation. ACOG will start to make his move in. 60 seconds still remaining on the board. More than enough time to make any sort of push, any sort of play style in their own regard. Drones will start to come through as Mackenzie will still be on that downstairs. Universe needs to stay upstairs with the rest of his team. They need to look to get this plant secured. But ACOG, he's the one with the diffuser. He is the one that is going to be the main issue. ACOG able to take that back. Snow's able to find one, and it is a huge pick. It's on to Faulty, as now 2 players will remain in their position. ACOG can just sit and wait for this player to push down, but he's got the fuser, so he needs to make a move, and Mackenzie will be trying to counteract it here. So he will not spot the head of one. One's head was perfectly in view. It was Rice's, but ACOG doesn't see it. As now, with 13 seconds remaining, they need to get this bomb in and set down. Mackenzie looking to see if he can find one. Rice is able to confirm it there. No diffuser is going to be put down just yet. They're going to try to find the kill, but it's not going to be secured. Kill Squad will find the kill and the round that they need necessary. And the tie is looking a little bit closer. Round 9 to come onto the board, 5-3. Panic seemingly stumbling out of the gate for their defensive half, as Kill Squad showing that they really are the ones in control here. Second floor fireplace, second floor mining is the site of choice. All other sites are currently locked out, so Kill Squad will not be able to use that initial site. But with their playstyle and with the way that they're currently operating, Panic seeming to be in a little bit of trouble, not finding those attacking picks that they were able to find on the defensive half. And as a result, this may be a reverse sweep. It all depends on how Kill Squad ends up playing these next few rounds. Again, 2-round difference is not massive. It is not huge. So it is definitely viable. But here's an interesting site setup. It's not going to be inside of library. It's going to be actually inside of the trains, which is not an often viewed site. Most teams prefer not to try and take control of this site, as it is a more difficult site to hold. But it looks like Kill Squad might know something a bit more than what we do as casters. But regardless, round number 9 will begin the attacking phase. Preparation phase is over, my friends. Nuki giving the casters and the observer a good little sign, showing he is ready to try and put some pressure. And they may just go for a direct push here. There's no one really set up for that train site just yet, as they're still setting up upstairs. But it looks like this will be a 3rd floor down sort of push. 3 members from the side of Kill Squad will be set up the top here. They'll be trying to cut off any sort of player movement, as they will spot out the Gemini. It's immediately going to be removed off the board. 2 drops make that 1 drop is going to come in onto the blue stairs. It will be Nuki getting a little bit aggressive there. Looks like he's switched back to an operator he knows very well and he feels comfortable in playing. The good old entry operator being put into play. They need to look to open up that castle shield, or otherwise it's going to be a little bit difficult to make a push straight down from those stairs. They can easily be picked up on those angles. Regardless, for now, pull back will come into play. Faulty looking to see if he can find one. Maybe sitting on that rappel. ACOG able to find the kill onto Faulty, and Panic will start with the advantage on this round. 4v5 will continue here, as 2 members from Kill Squad will still be sitting upstairs. 1 player is going to be removed. It's going to be Ben to find the kill. ACOG immediately taken off the board. Snow's going to go back and forth. Culture's able to find one onto Wizard. Now Snow sitting in a very difficult position to make a push. Culture able to find another onto Nuki as Ben will be removed by Nuki. Diffuser will be picked up. One member on very low HP. Still one member upstairs. The pulse available and in play. And it is such a threat for Panic. They need to keep moving here. And immediately the pickup from the Dokkaebi will be put into play, as they will try to identify the last few positions. That's the last bit of utility used by Universe. As Snow will also begin to breach open the wall, but with 30 seconds remaining, they need to start making a play towards the site. A little whiff of wind could push over Snow at this stage. Universe will make the first drop down in towards Laundry. The play's going to be peeking. Culture on a triple kill for himself, as Snow will be able to confirm the kill. Needs to make this jump over. Needs to get the plant confirmed. Needs to get it down ASAP, but with 3 seconds remaining, Panic not really having the time available. Kill squad. 1 round differential.
Well, Tiaki, thanks for covering me while it was gone. Now, what I just saw in that round was just super huge altogether. Now, looks like Panic are having fun at the moment, and Kill Squad there finally returning. They found their footing. So, how has it been? What did I miss?
You missed the absolute demolishing of Panic in these last few. I'm kidding, it's not an absolute demolish, but it has been a back and forth sort of battlefield from these two teams. Kill Squad starting to show how well they can play on the defensive half when they move in towards Cafe. They struggled a considerable amount in the attacking half. It was ended with a 5-1 on the half. But then the switchover has just seen Kill Squad again and again and again showing up where they need to, playing with their members, and their team coordination has just been so much better than Panic's so far. The question is, Kill Squad, they need 3 rounds to win. 1 round differential. I don't think we're going to see an OT here, but I'm scared for the future.
I mean, it could be anybody's guess at the moment. From what you've said, I mean, Kill Squad, they're definitely favoring their defenses, which is what I brought up, like, in the beginning, you know. Panic, their defense was just insane in the beginning. You know, they just won 3 rounds in a row before Kill Squad were even to get 1. And now you've switched sides. Kill Squad just going ham into the attack now of Panic, not doing so well over this switch half. So Kill Squad definitely favoring the defense more than Panic is so far. So will Kill Squad, will they secure themselves another round? I mean, you've had the info. You got to see these last few rounds. I haven't. So it's anybody's guess game for me, but I could imagine that Kill Squad aren't slowing down and that they've got a kill train going for themselves.
Well, the scary thing is, Kill Squad so far, they have not lost a round on the defensive half. They have been absolutely insane in their playstyles in the most recent battles up against these two teams. So my guess is as good as yours, my friend. This is the 3rd round, so we're back to their strongest sites as far as I'm concerned. I have a feeling this is going to be Kill Squad's round, and unfortunately, it all depends on how the way that Panic plays. You can see them being a lot more cautious about making any sort of push plays, any sort of spawn, checking all their spawn peaks really. Just trying to avoid any sort of pickup, any sort of playstyle that we've been seeing from Kill Squad in these last few rounds. Even with the round difference as low as it has been, it still feels like this is Kill Squad's game to absolutely take over. But now it all depends on how they start playing here. Culture will almost find the head of Nuki, as he'll take very little damage, but Nuki will take a lot. And he can just drop away, feeling safe that he's dealt enough damage.
I mean, well played from him, and even so for Mackenzie being able to clear up Nuke off the board, and that'll be your IQ removed without a problem. No punishment for that at all, as the top floor control is going to be handed in the form of Panic now, as they have no trouble just clearing out this section at the moment. Now they're going to do their checklist to try and clear out the rest of the building before they make their execute underway. You can imagine that Buck wants to have that dining control train as well, so we can make way for some vertical to help relieve some of that pressure of anybody potentially trying to push for cupcakes.
Well, as we move into this round, we start to see that immediately PNC. They're trying to get this vertical play ASAP, maybe even not, maybe push straight down, and there is going to be a player there. It will be Rice in the perfect position. Nade will go over, find Culture perfectly. Snow knowing exactly where he needs to pick up there, and you can immediately see, look at Kill Squad, look at how well they are rotating, immediately identifying that it could be a threat to leave that back open. They'll move Mackenzie into that position, but now Snow, he's on a rip and tear, and this is looking terrifying for the side of Panic, as Wizard will take a little bit of damage. Rice will go for the one-on-one with Snow, secures it perfectly, and Wizard will not take any more damage, but now they need to push in towards the site. ACOG still sitting upstairs, just trying to get a bit of info, as now Ben, he'll wait for the push from ACOG. He knows that ACOG wants to push from that side of the coin. The drones are going to be picked up, so they are going to be able to identify every single option inside of this site. Faulty will be able to just go back and forth. He now knows that the Dokkaebi has full control of this site. 15 seconds remaining. Wizard needs to get this plant down, but if he gets picked up, it's going to be a problem. Look at that Echo Drone.
Okay.
Look at the Echo Drone. He will stop it.
Stop it. 3, 2, 1. One more. It doesn't look like he can stop it, unfortunately. No, it's not in position. Ventacle is able to pick up one kill with a nice flick onto the second. And there's only one more left to deal with. Ventacles knows that he's coffee. He does a free fire, and Faulty is the one who gets the kill in the end. Nice little celebratory teabag will finish off that round. And Pack, swing it their way. Kill Squad, man, they're so big. I mean, what looked like was going to go in the way of Panic, Kill Squad, they prevail in the end.
Round number 11 to come onto the board, and we, in a dominant first half from the side of Panic, Kill Squad have completely shifted it to their own. 5-5 for these two teams. Third floor bar, once again being a site that is very difficult to push. This is going to be so difficult. So incredibly difficult for Panic now. They don't have the momentum. They don't have the playstyle. And it's just, yeah, I don't really know what to say.
I mean, you gotta be like super happy with this position that you've put yourselves in now. You're back to square one, even score count. I mean, both of these teams, they've been playing so well, so strongly. Kill Squad, especially on their half, that's something to highlight in general. I mean, they're not losing a single round. They're not letting anything drop to the side of Panic at the moment. So Panic, they need to find their footing on their attack. It's very weak at the moment. So if they manage to get any, yeah, maybe at least some rounds in the head before we go to an overtime, I mean, that would be huge for them. But Kill Squad, they're not letting it happen.
5 seconds left before insertion. Reload! Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
We'll kick off the very start of the round now. You can see a sort of a split take for the moment. They're all just going to head up to that very top of the roof to get those red hatches open, potentially make their way into that shop. And Cigar, doesn't look like they got anything just of yet though. The Solus popped herself downstairs. Hopefully they're able to drone him out. Last thing you need is a flank from that. Ooh, Bentacles looks like he's propped up for a nice little jump out just for the moment. All the Solus putting a lot of intel for his team across the board about where these drones are. He's going to make his way up red. Doesn't look like they know of his position just of yet, so if he's not careful, he's able to pick up a kill. Nuke falling to Mackenzie, and he's able to rotate away with no punishment at all to his name as well. Second kill of the round to go out to even a score count as Universe takes off Culture, and that brings it back down to a 4v4 now. That's your Ash and your Warden removed, so two very good picks to begin us off with. It's all left down to the very last 8 players on the board. Some of those repels definitely adding a lot of pressure, but you've still got that Solus downstairs to deal with. Now you'll be able to shoot through those floorboards if you don't happen to clear her off before that plant, you know, definitely goes down, mate. I mean, in the end, I mean, you still got a lot to deal with. You can see the grenades from Snow is going to toss, or Maya's going to catch that one instead. You're not going to be able to get that one off the Pixar angle just yet, and you're forced to do something else. You've got no grenades left in your pocket.
Well, with a minute and 20 seconds remaining on the board, they need to clear up these angles ASAP. Start finding the kills onto Kill Squad. And there we go. There's the first. Snow's able to find one. And Rice is going to take a little bit of damage as well. But it's going to be passed back and forth between these two teams. 60 seconds now remaining as the push ever seems to come through. Mackenzie will be picked up. ACOG able to identify the exact position where Mackenzie is. So it's down to Faulty as Rice will be the pickup. And he will not spot out one player. They all know where he is. This is going to be match point Panic. They need to be cautious about his position. But ACOG is just going to rush him and say, I don't want to end it here. The momentum is now going to go back into our path. And Kill Squad, we wish you the best of luck. But stay on the sidelines.
That's exactly what I wanted to happen. You know, they finally got their footing on their attack side. They're able to secure themselves around and take us, Tiaki, to the match point of a highly anticipated and experienced game so far. It has been quite a ride. Now I'm looking forward to seeing if this is potentially what could be the very last round, or will Kill Squad snap back? I mean, they are on the defense. They've done so well on the defense as of yet. I don't believe they're going to let it slip. I think they're going to take us the distance.
Well, this will be the third OT in a row, so oh man, it's going to be absolutely insane.
How you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling awake watching these games, man. When they're OTs consistently, it is absolutely terrifying to see these teams play. And I mean, going on to this second floor hold, they're not even going to take third floor. They don't even want to contest it at all. They just want to set up an extension and leave it be in that regard. So, Yuki's going to make a switch up. He's going to be jumping on to the IQ, and Universe jumping on to the Zero. From the Zero, you know, just the normal picks. Regardless, though, it's... yeah, I don't know where this game can go. This could be Panic's round to win, especially as it's one of the weakest sites to push. Or it could be Kill Squad's round to put it into OT, and then I'm just concerned of whoever has the OT. Whoever had the OT initially will probably come through with this. It just depends on the setup and the playstyle coming through from both Panic and Kill Squad as we move into this round.
You see the hatch is already being blown thanks to the breach charges on that IQ as well. And IQ is going to be super prominent in this round altogether because you see Mackenzie is running that cardiac sensor that's on pulse. You'll be able to spot him through the walls and potentially deny him altogether from getting a potential C4 kill, which he's popped up to do. He's downstairs in that train and engine room, so he's looking forward to stopping anybody from trying to gain any control of Cigar.
Well, Universe looking to try and see if he can make a quick pick with the Gorn 6, but realizes, hold on a second, I've got the pistol. Why did I put that there? Regardless, no Gorn 6 going to be available as Universe will be able to find the kill. Gets it open, finally, as now they will be able to secure themselves the first kill on this round. Panic looking in good preparation to win it all here, as ACOG will be able to take out Ben, and that leaves one member upstairs. Now they need to find Culture, and Culture has to go huge here. He needs to find all of these players, but he may be spotted out. Long angles will be seen. Yuki is able to get the kill. Panic playing absolutely beautifully, as Mackenzie will fall back to the site. Needs to look for this C4 play.
I mean, anything will help you for the moment as well. You've got those vertical players coming out heavily all across the floor for Panic Esports at the moment. Mackenzie trying to get back into lobby. You see some of the players there, but it's not enough to hit those shots. Universe being able to pick up that kill onto Mackenzie. And that'll leave Rice in a rough position. His position is revealed as well as the drones dance around him and the kit goes down. The skeleton key doing all the work it can, manages to clear him off, and it will be a flawless round for Panic Esports to end what was a long night for them.
And I mean, you can give it to them. You can give it to them all. At the moment, we will be just grabbing, I believe we're grabbing KJ back on here to finish it off. It all depends though.